Hello friends, Namaste and welcome to our Olive Board family. So first of all, wish you happy Diwali to you all. May this festival of light bring you endless joy and happiness to your home and heart. So please light the lamp of joy, light the lamp of knowledge so that the darkness of negativity can be removed and the path of success is illuminated. So with these words, we are going to start another set of winner series. Okay, so let's move करते हैं. This is the tier 2 batch. That batch, or we can say this batch, basically is going to be start from the 5th of November. So this is very important and very good batch from the exam point of view, because in this batch you will get quick and rapid revision of your complete syllabus with some important or selected questions. So you can check it out so that you can gain more and more confidence. In this batch particularly you will get 1500 plus MCQs and 70 plus live classes and concept with PYQs. So here we go. First question is on your screen. Please tell me what is the answer for this question. Yes, please. See, the question is saying the profit earned by selling an article for rupees 832 is equal to the loss incurred when the article is sold for rupees 448. What should be the selling price of the article for making 50% profit? Yes, please. So here we are given two selling price. At one he is getting profit and another he is getting loss, but the profit is equal to loss. So in that case we can say that the cost price is always equal to SP1 plus SP2 divided by 2, right? This is the case where profit on one article is equal to loss on another article. So in that case cost price can be calculated by adding both selling price and then divided by 2 here. So the cost price would be equal to how much? 832 plus, and the selling price of other is 448 divided by 2, right? So we will get how much? 832 plus 448. So this will become how much? So this will become 1280, right? So divided by 2, the cost price would be equal to 640, right? The cost price would be equal to 640. Now we have to calculate the selling price third, at which profit must be equal to 50%. It means we have to calculate the value for 150%. If profit is 50%, the selling price must be 150%, and we know the cost price. So the 150% of what? Cost price. So we can say that 640 into 150%, right? So by 50 this is 3 times and this is 2 times, and by 2 this will be equal to 320, right? So 300, 3 to the 6 and 3 3 ja 9. So we can say that 960 is the right answer. B part is the right answer. B Bombay is the right answer. So moving to next question. Tell me what is the answer for this question. Yes, please. See, the question is saying the difference between a 7% profit and a 6% loss while selling an item is rupees 104. What is the cost price of the item? Now we have to calculate the cost price of the item. See, we know that the difference between the profit 7% and 6% loss. If one is selling an article at 7% profit, it means selling price is how much? This is equal to 107%, right? If one is selling at loss of 6%, in that case selling price is equal to how much? 94%. So we can say that the difference between these two selling price would be equal to how much? So this must be equal to 13%, right? So directly we can say that the difference would be represented by 7% plus 6%, that is 16%. So 13%, 7% plus 6%, 7 plus 6, 13. So 13% is equal to how much? 104, right? So 13% is equal to 104. What is the value for 1%? So we will divide it by 13. And what is the value for 100%? Because we have to calculate the cost price, and cost price is always equal to 100%, right? So by 13, this would be cancelled 8 times. So we can say that 800 is the right answer. Yes, 800 is the right answer. D, Daredevil is the right answer. Very good. So moving to next question. Tell me what is the answer for this question. Yes, please. What is the answer for this question? See, the question is saying the cost price of 120 pen is equal to the selling price of X pen. So we can say that the cost price of 120 pen, the CP of 120 pen is equal to selling price of X article. So we can say that the CP upon SP must be equal to X upon 120, right? So here we are given the profit percentage is 25%. If the profit percentage is 25%, so we can say that if the cost price is 100, in that case the selling price would be how much? 125. So the ratio would be equal to how much? 4:5, right? So ratio will become 4:5. So we can put the ratio of CP and SP here. So we can say that 4 upon 5 must be equal to X upon 120, right? So by 5, this would be cancelled. 5 2s are 10 and 5 4s are. So we can say that by cross multiplying, X is equal to 4 into 24. 4 into 24. So this will become 96, right? So the value for X is equal to 96. 96 is the right answer. D, Daredevil is the right answer. Yes. One of the very good question. I hope this is clear to you all, guys. So moving to next question. Please tell me what is the answer for this question. How you can try this question? Yes, please. How you can try this question? See, this is the festival of Diwali, and on this festival we should take oath. What kind of oath we should take? We should take oath to light the lamp of courage, to light the lamp of love, to light the lamp of compassion, right? To light the lamp of knowledge, so that the darkness of the negativity can be removed, right? There shouldn't be any kind of darkness in your life. The darkness of enmity, the darkness of jealousness, this must be eradicated, right? So that you can illuminate your path of success. And I suggest you one thing, just focus on yourself, right? First focus on yourself and make yourself capable for something. Only then you can serve to the society, you can serve to the family members, right? So this is the in this auspicious day, take some good oath, right? And make a proper routine to complete your syllabus and to learn the things slowly and gradually, so that you can progress towards the path of success. Chali. So tell me what is the answer for this question. So this question belongs to algebra, right? If a minus b is equal to 5, if a minus b is equal to 5 and a square plus b square is equal to 97, then what is the value for ab? See, here we can say that if I ask you what is the square of a plus b, or we can say a plus b square is equal to how much? So you know very well, right? If I ask what is the square of a minus b, so we also know this, a minus b square is equal to how much? A square plus b square minus 2ab, right? So this is the one part and this is the second part. So taking minus 2ab to the left side, so we can say that 2ab is equal to how much? A square plus b square, and taking a minus b whole square to the right side, so minus a minus b square. So we can say that the value of ab can be calculated by using this formula, a square plus b square minus a minus b whole square divided by 2, right? Divided by 2. So we created this formula from the very basic formula which we all know very much, right? So we all are familiar with this formula, right? We all are familiar with this formula. So from this formula we can create this formula, and this formula is going to be answer this question in very easy manner, right? So if you remember this, so you can directly say that we can calculate the value of AB just subtracting 5 square from the 97, or we can say that 97 minus 5 square. 5 square is how much? 25, then divided by 2, right? So 7 minus 5, 2, 9 minus 2, 7, divided by 2. So we will get how much? We will get 36, or we can say that 36 is the right answer. C part is the right answer. See how we can generate the new formulas, right? So we must know the process how to calculate or how to approach a particular question, right? So here we can approach with the help of formula a minus b square is equal to a square plus b square minus 2ab, right? So from this formula we can generate this form, and this form directly can help to solve this question, right? Is this clear? So moving to next question. Please tell me what is the answer for this question. Yes, please. What is the answer for this question? Yes, please tell me one more question. Yes, we can practice one more question here on this concept. If I ask you, see, if I ask you if a square plus b square is 160 and a minus b is 6, then find the value of AB. So we can say that the value of AB is equal to how much? Just try this question and tell me what is the answer for this question. So you can say that the answer of this question would be equal to how much? 160 minus 6 square divided by 2, or we can say that 160 minus 36 divided by 2, right? So 160 minus 36, so directly we can say that 160 minus 36, so this would be equal to how much? 124. So the answer would be how much? 62, right? So 62 is the right answer. Yes, 62 is the right answer. So moving to next question now. Tell me what is the answer for this question. Yes, please. Take your time. Just tell me what is the answer for this question. See, the question is saying X does 25% of work in 20 days, right? If X does 25% of the work 20 days, then in how many days he can complete the 100% work? So we can calculate 25% of the work can be completed in 20 days, right? So in what time he will complete the 100% work, right? So we can say that by 25 this would be cancelled 4 times, so he will take 80 days, right? He will take 80 days to complete the work. So we can say that by this A will complete the whole work in 80 days, right? A will complete the whole work in 80 days. See how we are calculating it. X can complete 25% of the work. X can complete 25% of the work in 20 days. Now you have to calculate in what time he will complete 100% work, right? So here we are going to use unitary rule, right? So we can say that 1% work he will complete in 20 by 25 days and 100% work, so into 100. So by 20 this would be 4 times. So we can say that X would complete the same piece of work in 80 days, right? Now next question, next information is Y join X and they together finish the remaining work in 15 days, right? Now Y and X together complete the remaining work in 15 days. If 25% work is completed, then how much work is left? 75%. So we can say that X plus Y complete 75% work in 15 days. So how much 100% work will complete in what time? So 15 divided by 75 into 100, right? So by 25 this is 3 times, and by 25 this is 4 times, by 3 this is 5 times. So we can say that they can complete the whole work together in 20 days, right? So directly we can say that if 75% of the work is completed in 15 days, so they will complete the whole work in 20 days, right? So now the information become X can complete the whole work in 80 days, X and Y together can complete the whole work in 20 days. Now the question is asking Y alone can complete the whole work. So here we can apply the shortcut also, right? Here we can apply the shortcut, or we can say that the time taken by X and Y is 20, so 20 into 80 divided by the difference, right? So what is the difference? So difference is 60, right? So we can say that this is equal to how much? 3 2 ja 6 and 3 8 ja, sorry, 3 6 ja 18, right? 3 6 ja 18, 2 by 3. So we can say that 26 whole 2 upon 3 is the right answer. 26 whole 2 upon 3 is the right answer. Or we can use the LCM approach here. So we are going to take LCM of 80 and 20, and the LCM of 80 and 20 will be equal to 80, right? So this is going to represent the total work, right? So total work is 80. So what will be the efficiency? So efficiency is equal to how much? 80 divided by 80, this will be 1, and 80 divided by 20, so we will get how much? 4. So we can say that the efficiency of X is 1. So in that case the efficiency of Y will be how much? 3 unit. So Y has to complete the whole work. So he will take how much time? Total work divided by efficiency. So we can say that 26 whole 2 upon 3 days is the right answer. 26 whole 2 upon 3 days is the right answer. C part is the right answer. C Chennai Express is the right answer. Yes, C Chennai Express is the right answer. Please tell me what is the answer for this question. Yes, please. What is the answer for this question? See, if angles M and N measures 60 degree and 30 degree respectively, then find the value of sine M and cot N, right? So we know that M is equal to how much? M is 60, so we have to calculate the value of sine 60 degree into, and the value of N is 30 degree, so we have to calculate the value of cot 30 degree. So this is very easy question. We know that the value of sine 60 is how much? Root 3 by 2, right? Root 3 by 2. And what is the value of cot 30? So cot 30 is equal to root 3. So we can say that 3 by 2 is the right answer. Yes, 3 by 2 is the right answer. 3 by 2 is the right answer. So C part is the right answer. C Chennai Express again is the right answer. Yes, this is very much clear to you all, guys. I hope this is clear to you all. Now tell me what is the answer for this question. Yes, please. Yes. See, the diagonals of two square m and n are in the ratio 2:1, the ratio of their areas. See, we know that the area of square is side square, right? We all know that. See, we all know that the area of, what is the square? A square is a figure which sides are equal, right? A square is a figure which all sides are equal, right? So let me create an square. So this is the form of square, right? So a square says all sides are equal, x. If this is x, then this is x and this is x. See, so we can say that we all know that area of a square is equal to x square. Very few of us know the area of a square is also can be calculated by just half of diagonal square, half of square of diagonal. And we know that the diagonal of square are equal, right? Both diagonals are same in length, right? The length of diagonal of square, there are two diagonal in a square and the length of both diagonals is equal, right? So we can say that, please tell me what is the diagonal length of diagonal. If this is x, this is x, so this will become how much? So this will become how much? Using the Pythagoras, right? Pythagoras theorem, we can say that the diagonal would be equal to 2 root x. Yes. Is this clear? Yes or no? No. How much? Please tell me. X square plus x square. So we can say that x will come out. So x root 2, right? X root 2. X root 2. Is this clear? X root 2. If we put here, see, area is equal to 1 upon 2, taking diagonal. Diagonal is x root 2 square, right? So we can say that 1 upon 2 into x square into 2, and 2 by 2 is cancelled. So we can say that area is equal to x square. So hence proved that the area of a square can also be calculated by this formula, 1 upon 2 into diagonal square. Very few students know this. Very few students know this. If a student know this fact or this formula, so they can directly say that if diagonals are in this ratio, right? If the ratio of diagonal of two square is 2:1, so the ratio of their areas, the ratio of their areas will always be equal to the square, right? Square of their unit. So when we calculate the ratio, so we ignore the constant part, right? We always ignore the constant part. So directly we can say that the square of diagonals unit will also represent the ratio of area, right? So here 4:1 is the correct ratio for area of these squares. So we can say that D part is the right answer. Yes, D Daredevil is the right answer. D Daredevil is the right answer. Okay, so moving to next question. Tell me what is the answer for this question. Question is saying a train runs at 80 km per hour for the first 40 km and the next 30 km at 60 km per hour. Find the average speed. Find the average speed. What will be the average speed for this question? Do we know the formula of average speed? I hope everyone know the formula of average speed. Average speed is always calculated by the formula total distance divided by total time, right? So we know this, the total distance divided by total time. If we don't know the total time, so we can say that the time is equal to how much? Distance divided by speed. So we can say that if there are two distance, so d1 plus d2 representing the total distance and the time is t1, so d1 divided by s1 plus d2 divided by s2. So this formula can be written in this form also, right? So now please tell me what is the average speed for this question? Yes, please. Tell me what is the average speed for this question? Yes. See, a train runs at 80 km per hour. So this is the speed 1, right? For the first 40 km, this is the distance 1. And the next 30 km, it means this is the distance 2, right? At 60 km per hour, so this is speed 2. So we got the data. We got the data of the distance and speed, right? So now we have to calculate the time, and then we have to divide the total distance with the total time, and the result will represent the total speed, right? So the process is very simple. So we can say that how much is the distance? The first distance is 40 and the next distance is 30, and divided by distance divided by speed. Speed is how much? 80. And what is the speed here? 60, right? So 30 divided by 60. So we can say that this is 1 by 2 and this is 1 by 2. So 1 by 2 will complete 1, right? So it will become how much? 1. So we can say that 70 divided by 1, right? 70 divided by 1. So average speed is equal to 70 km per hour. So average speed is equal to 70 km per hour, right? So we can say that the average speed is equal to 70 km per hour. I hope the fact is clear now. So moving to next question. Tell me what is the answer for this question? Yes, please. Everyone please try the question and tell me what is the answer for this question. Again, very good question. Yes. Did you get the answer? See, the question is saying a tap can fill a tank in 50 minutes if the tank has a leakage which alone is capable of emptying the tank in 2.5 hours, right? So the time is given in different units. So first of all, we have to make both timing in the same unit, right? Either to convert minute into hours or convert hour into minute. So we are going to convert hour into minute because this is more comfortable. So we can say that a tap T1, see, a tap T1 can fill a tank in how much time? 50 minutes, right? And a leak, see, if the tank has a leak which alone is capable, means leak alone. So the leak alone is capable to empty the tank in 2.5 hours. It means one hour is how much? 60 minutes, right? So 2.5. So this is equal to 150 minutes, right? So this is clear to you all. So we are going to take the LCM of time. So the LCM is equal to how much? So we can say that total work is 150, right? If the total work is 150, so we can say that the efficiency would be equal to how much? So 150 unit water is filled in how much? 50 minutes, right? So in 1 minute, so we are getting efficiency of 1 minute. So in 1 minute it can fill 3 unit, right? Whereas the leak can empty how much? 1 unit water in 1 minute, right? So the tank will now be filled. So the tank will now be filled. Now both tap and leak, they are working together. So what will be the together efficiency? So 3 minus 1. So the together efficiency of tap and leak would be equal to 2. It means in 1 minute a tap can fill with the leak, with working with the leak, can fill only 2 unit water, right? So now he has to fill 150. So 150 divided by 2. So we can say that it will take 75 minutes, right? But answer is not in minutes, right? So we can say that dividing by 60. So 1 hour, what is the remainder? 1 hour 15 minutes, right? So 1 hour 15 minutes is the right answer. 1 hour 15 minutes is the right answer. B part is the right answer. B Bombay is the right answer. Yes, B Bombay is the right answer. B Bombay is the right answer. So moving to next question. Tell me what is the answer for this question. Yes, please. What is the answer for this question? See, the question is saying if the radius r of a circle is increased by x unit, right? See, if the radius of a circle is increased by r. If I say that the radius of a circle, see, if the radius of a circle is, let r unit given in here, right? Let the radius of a circle is r. If it is increased by x unit, it means if the radius of a circle is increased by x unit, so in that case, right, in that case the radius would become how much? The radius would become r plus x. Is this clear? So please understand. Now the question is saying what is the number of unit by which the circumference of the circle is increased. Now the question is asking by y unit the circumference will be increased. So what is the circumference? So we can say that circumference of a circle is given by 2 pi r, right? So what will be the circumference of this circle? So this would be equal to 2 pi. In place of r we are going to take r plus x, right? So this would be equal to 2 pi r plus 2 pi x, right? So now the circumference would be this. Now the question is asking by y unit, by which unit the circumference of the circle is increased. So what is the difference of this and this, right? So we can say that the difference is clearly visible, 2 pi x. So the circumference will be increased by 2 pi x. 2 pi x is the right answer, right? So we can say that 2 pi x is the right answer. Yes, 2 pi x is the right answer. I hope this fact is very much clear to you all. So moving to next, please tell me what is the answer for this question. Yes, please. Tell me what is the answer for this question. See, if sine theta is equal to 15 by 17, then find the value of cot theta. You know very well the trigonometry based on the right triangle, right? So trigonometry is based on what? Right angle triangle. So complete trigonometry is based on right angle triangle. If I take this angle theta, so we know that sine is equal to how much? Sine theta is representing the ratio of which sides? So we know that sine theta is equal to perpendicular upon hypotenuse. If I say that this is the perpendicular and this is the base and this is the hypotenuse. So we are given sine theta is equal to 15, right? So sine theta is equal to 15 by 17. It means perpendicular is 15, hypotenuse is 17, right? So do we know the triplets? If we know the triplets, so we can directly say that the triplets are 8, 15 and 17, right? If we remember the triplet, what is the meaning of triplet? So triplet are the any three number which are going to satisfy, or we are all three numbers which are satisfying Pythagoras theorem, right? Three numbers which are satisfying Pythagoras theorem is known as triplet, right? If we do not remember this triplet, right? If this triplet is not remembered to us, so we can calculate this by using the Pythagoras, right? So we can say that base square is equal to how much? Hypotenuse square minus perpendicular square. So we can say that base is equal to how much? Root h square. So 17 square minus 15 square, right? So this is equal to how much? So we can say that 289 minus 225. So this is equal to root 64 and this is equal to 8, right? So see how we can calculate if we do not remember the triplet. If we know the triplet, if we remember the triplet, so we can directly take the value 8 for B, right? So we can say that the base is equal to how much? 8. Now the question is asking what is the value for cot theta, right? What is the value for cot theta? We all know very much. We all know this. Cot theta is equal to how much? Base. Cot theta represent the ratio of which side? Base upon perpendicular, right? Cot theta represent base upon perpendicular, right? What is the base? So here the base is 8 and what is the perpendicular? Perpendicular is 15. So we can say that 8 upon 15 is the right answer. C part is the right answer. C part is the right answer. If we know the triplet, so there is no use of doing all these things, right? There is no use of doing all these things. Directly we can say that this is the perpendicular, this is the hypotenuse, right? So we can say that base triplet is 8, 15, 17. So base would be 8. So directly we can say that cot theta is represented by base upon perpendicular. So 8 by 15 would be the right answer. So just by observation without pen and paper can answer this question also, right? If we know the triplet, so we can answer this question without pen and paper. So moving to next question, tell me what is the answer for this question? Yes, please. Tell me what is the answer for this question. See, if x is equal to 2009 and y is equal to 1008, then find the value for x square plus y square plus xy upon xq minus yq. See, we know that xq minus yq is equal to how much? X minus y. We know the formula. x minus y bracket x square plus y square plus xy. Yes, this is the formula. We know this very well. So we can say that just putting the value of xq minus yq in the denominator, we can say that x minus y, right, bracket x square plus y square plus xy, right. So the numerator term would be cancelled by this. So how much? So we will be left with 1 upon x minus y, right, 1 upon x minus y, or we can say that 1 upon, what is the value of x? So value of x is 2009 minus, what is the value of y? 1008. So we can say that the answer is 1 upon 1001, right. So 1 upon 1001 is the right answer. So we can say that D part is the right answer. D, Daredevil, is the right answer. There is no confusion in this. Just please see. Yes. So we can, using the formula, or if we know the formula, we can directly say that the value of this is equal to how much? 1 upon x minus y, and we know the value of x and y, which is already given in the question, right. Just putting the value of x and y, we can say that the value for this expression would be equal to 1 upon 1001, right. So there is no option. So we are going to mark D part, right. So D part is the right answer. Yes, D, Daredevil, is the right answer. So moving to next question. Yes, please tell me what is the answer for this question. I know this is a Diwali, so we have to celebrate the Diwali also, and we also have to focus our goal, right? So don't forget your goal, because goal is very important. If you are not paying attention, you are not giving value to yourself, so believe me, no one is going to value you, right? So believe your values, right? So give, or we can say focus on your goal, right? Give value to yourself, right? Believe in yourself, have faith in yourself, and develop courage to yourself so that you can conquer each and everything, right? So develop positive attitude. Just pick courage to attempt all these questions. Tell me what is the answer for this question. See, the question is saying Ram Naresh got 2 successive discount, a bag with a list price of rupees 400 is available at 160, right? See, the MRP of a bag is 400, MRP of a bag is 400, and after 2 successive discount, this is available at, after 2 successive discount, this is available at 160, right? So here we would have applied 1 discount, and then we would have applied second discount, right? So this is discount 1 and this is discount 2%, right? So discount 2% is applied on this part. So if I say that this is X, if I say that this is X, right? So now the question is saying the second discount is equal to 20%. See, very interesting question. The second discount is equal to how much? 20%. So we can say that D2 is equal to 20%, right? So D2 is equal to 20%. If discount is 20%, it means the selling price would be 80%. So we can say that 80% of X, 80% of X would be equal to how much? Yes, so we can find the value of X. So 160 into 100 divided by 80. So we can say that the value for X would be 200. It means after applying first discount, we will get 200, right? So we can say that if D1%, right? So this is the gap. So discount is how much? 200. It means D1 is equal to how much? 200, right? So we can say that D1 is equal to how much? Is the information correct? See, 100 divided by 80. Yes. So this is equal to 200. If the second discount is okay, yes. So the information is correct. The first discount first is 200, right? So we know that discount 1% is equal to how much? Discount 1 upon MRP into 100, right? So we can say that discount is 200 and MRP is how much? 400. Yes, right. So into 100. So by 200 this is 2 times. So we can say that 50% is the first discount, right? So 50% is the first discount. C part is the right answer. Yes, C part is the right answer. So I hope this is clear to you all. This is the basic structure. By this we can solve this question, right? Or once we through or this approach, so directly we can calculate it, right? How much? So directly we can say that we can directly create the link. See how? We know that MRP is how much? MRP is how much? 400, right? So what will be the price after first discount? So we can directly calculate this value just dividing 160 by 80 into 100. If we know the process, so this would be equal to 200, right? So there is a discount of how much? 200. So 200 discount on 400. So we can say that 200 divided by 400 into 100. So discount 1% is equal to 50%, right? So in just few seconds we can calculate if we know the concept. Okay, so moving to next question. Tell me what is the answer for this question. Yes, please. Tell me what is the answer for this question. If two complementary angles are in the ratio of 4:5, find the greater angle. So we know that the sum of complementary angle is how much? 90 degree. So we can say that 4:5. The total is 9. So 9 is equal to how much? 90, right? So this is 10 times. So we have to calculate the value of greater angle. So this would also be 10 times. So we can say that greater angle is equal to 50 degree. So 50 degree is the right answer. Yes, 50 degree is the right answer. Now tell me what is the answer for this question. Yes, Neeraj's earning was decreased by 60% and after that subsequently increased by 60%. Find the final loss percent. So here we can say that the final loss percent when 60% in increase and 60% decrease and 60% increase. So we can say that the loss is equal to 60 square divided by 100, right? So this is the shortcut. So we can say that 3600 divided by 100%. So the answer is 36%. So his earning is reduced by 36%. So directly we can use the formula x square upon 100%, right? Decrease. Yes. So tell me what is the answer for this question. In a race of 600 meters, Sonu beats Monu by 60 meters, right? See, Sonu beats Monu by 60 meters. It means Sonu is running 600 and Monu is running 540. So 0, 0. So 10:9. This is the ratio of speed, right? So this is the ratio of speed. Now Monu beats Bablu by 25 meters in a race of 500. See, Monu beats Bablu. So race is of 500. So he will travel 475. So by 25, this can be cut 20 times, and this is how much? So this is 19 times, right? Yes. So now we have to merge these two ratios. So we can say that Sonu, Monu and Bablu, right? So we have to make the unit of Monu equal, right? So just cross multiplying the value of Monu into 20 into 9, right? Into 9 and into 20. So for Sonu we will get how much? 200. For Monu we will get how much? 180. Yes. For Bablu we will get how much? 171. Yes. Now the question is asking how many meters will Sonu beat Bablu in a 400 race, right? If a race of 200, so Sonu can beat Bablu by 29 meter, right? But the race is of 400, so we can say that 200 is equal to 400, so it is 2 times. So by the twice of this, Sonu will beat Bablu. So we can say that by 58 meter, Sonu will beat Bablu, right? So 58 meter is the right answer. I hope this is clear to you all, right? So tell me what is the answer for this question. So directly we can say that A upon B, right? A upon B. A is positive in both sides, so we can say that 15 plus 25. So this is equal to 50. And what is the difference? What is the difference? So we can say that the difference is how much? Or C? Yes, A upon B. Yes, directly we can say that 40 divided by what is the difference? Difference is how much? 10. So the ratio is 4 upon 1, right? Now the question is the percentage of B is equal to A. So then what percent of B is equal to A, right? What percent of B is equal to A? It means A upon B into 100, right? So question is asking A upon B, so we can say that 4 upon 1 into 100 is equal to 400% is the right answer. 400% is the right answer. If you are not able to understand, so you can say that 15% of A plus 15% of B is equal to 25% of A minus 25% of B. Taking B to the left side, so we will get 40% of B, and taking A to the right side, so we will get how much? 10% of A. So we can say that A upon B is equal to how much? 40 divided by 10 is equal to 4 upon 1, right? So either understand by directly, right? So this is all for today. So once again I tell you, this is the batch for tier 2nd batch, very important, or we can say very good batch. So you must enroll for this batch if you are preparing for the tier 2, so that you can get the rapid or quick revision of the complete syllabus, right? So in this batch you will get the thorough, or we can say complete chapter wise questions, and those are designed by the expert based on the latest pattern, right? So these are the things, and this is basically for revision and practice purpose. In this batch you will get 1500 MCQs, so you can check it out. If you have not downloaded the app, please download the app. So thank you guys, thank you very much. So this is all for today. Again, wish you very happy Diwali to you all. May the light of Diwali brings endless joy and prosperity to home and to your heart. So thank you guys, thank you very much.